Part 5, Restaurants. There are 3 distinct types of restaurants in Brazil. The all-you-can-eat, called churrascaria, which are steakhouses with all-you-can-eat food and meats. The food by the pound, where you pay for the amount of food you put on your plate, and there are the traditional restaurants. You'll have very little need for Portuguese at the first 2 types, the churrascarias and the food by the pound, which is called
comida a quilo.
From the traditional restaurants, there are 2 types, the ones with huge menus and the new trendy restaurants with small one-page menus. As a general, the smaller the menu, the better the cooks should be at perfecting each recipe. If you end up at huge menu restaurant, instead of asking the waiter what each of things on the menu means, your best bet will be to take a walk around the restaurant, see what other people are having. And if something seems tasty, then you can simply point the plate out to the waiter. But regardless of where you eat, you will need at least a very minimum amount of Portuguese for stuff like fork, ice, drink, bill, etc., which we'll go over in this section right now. The word for restaurant is
restaurante.
Sounds like our word, only with an H sound in the beginning.
Restaurante. Restaurante.
To ask for the bill, you would say
a conta, por favor.
Pretty simple word. Sounds like this.
Conta. Conta.
If you'd like to sit in the no smoking section, you would say
não fumante.
The word for non-smoking is
não fumante.
The word for chicken is
frango. Frango.
Fish,
peixe. Peixe.
and meat.
Carne. Carne.
French fries is
fritas.
Many of the dishes here in Brazil feature French fries as your side dish. So if you want them, you would say
fritas, por favor.
If you want bread on the table, it's typically in addition to the bill. The word for bread is
pão. Pão.
Try to nasalize the sound of that word. You should hear that word coming through your sinuses with the word
pão.
To say lunch,
almoço. Almoço.
The word for dinner is
jantar. Jantar.
Most Brazilians have dinner around 8 o'clock. The word for dinner,
jantar.
To say something is very good, you'd say
muito bom.
Notice the word muito also has a bit of a nasalized sound. Let's hear that word alone.
Muito. Muito.
So the word combined with good is
muito bom.
If you dislike something, you don't like it, you'd say
não gosto. Não gosto.
The word for salad is
salada. Salada.
If you want the waiter to bring pepper, and black pepper is not a big thing here, it usually needs to be brought over to the table by asking for it. You'd say
pimenta do reino.
Now that's a long sentence to say and difficult to memorize, but if you really do like pepper, you're going to want to remember to say
pimenta do reino.
That last word, hay and no, is just like hay-no in English. Let's hear pepper one last time.
Pimenta do reino.
The latter part of your meal, many waiters will ask you for dessert. That word is
sobremesa. Sobremesa.
The name of the restaurants with the all-you-can-eat meats are really something to see. The word itself is rather difficult which is why we saved it for last. The word is
churrascaria.
These are barbecue houses. Unlike the barbecue sauce in traditional American food, the meats are more salted. It's quite a treat to go to. Their salted meats are some of the best in the world. Let's look at that word again.
Churrascaria.
If you can master that word, you can master anything on this entire CD. We'll hear it 2 more times.
Churrascaria. Churrascaria.
That's a mouthful.